Hey everyone, welcome back to Light Shine Desserts, where you can get your daily dose of baking, the Word of God, decorating, and much, much more. So, today I'm going to be showing you all the different things I made during the weekend for the party we had during the Resurrection Day, Sunday. And basically, I think for my family, we either haven't been doing it for like a long time because I don't really remember memories of like doing it over the course of the years as we've done for like Christmas or New Year's. It's still pretty fun. So I made a variety of different things, and while I was doing this, I was testing out different flavors of like cookies and like different stuff to see like what I want to use this for my business or just to make. So first I'm making my chocolate chip cookie base, and I was going to do some different flavors here. I tried adding cornstarch to that's supposed to help like thicken it, as well as I did chill it for like 72 hours almost, and that can also help like keep it thick and not like go as flat as usual. So the flavors I wanted to do were obviously the chocolate chip because people like basic regular stuff like that. And then Reese's M&M. So basically it would have the chocolate chip cookie without chocolate chips, and then it would have chopped up Reese's and then M&Ms in them. I only had M&Ms that were like the Valentine's red, pink, white, that color, but it still is fine. Obviously, people are not going to look like, oh, the colors, they look like Valentine's and whatever. But anyways, I added a lot of add-ins when I was making this one, when I was making like my other cookie recipes to test. Like, there was a lot of add-ins into them, which is good for the look of it, but like I don't want it to be too much to where you don't get as much of like the cookie that you want. And so for the chocolate chip, I have chocolate chips, and then I have some chopped chocolate, which this is dark, like dark chocolate, which you thankfully can't really taste that like darkness of it in my baked stuff, but yeah. And then I made this, so one of the recipes I was trying, basically cookies and cream with cream cheese filling. And then this one was like a salted pretzel, chocolate chips, brownies, chocolate candy bars like Milky Way, caramel. That one had a lot of add-ins, so I made it like extra sweet. And then right now we are making some brown butters because I wanted to try brown butter for my blondies. Because usually I just keep the butter melted, but I did brown butter, I think, once before or maybe a couple times, but like I don't really do that anymore. But yeah, so when using brown butter, it does take away some of the moisture, so you have to like add in some moisture back into that. So I thought I had enough, but I guess I didn't. So I added in some milk just to like, so it wasn't like water or anything, and just to get, I guess, like the milk solids back, but still have that nice like nutty flavor from the brown butter. And so it was kind of thicker than usual. I'm guessing because of the brown butter. Like it wasn't as like gloopy, I would say it usually is. So I tried adding more milk, but I didn't want it to be too liquidy or else the texture wouldn't be how I wanted it to. So this is a little bit more loose, but not as loose. And then I had my regular sprinkles and my regular white chocolate chips, and I added a little bit more on top, and this is what it looked like. It usually gets that crack, but you can just cut it up and it's going to be fine. So I made this. It's a s'mores cookie, and then it has a marshmallow filling, which I was really excited about, and it tasted really good, not too sweet, and yeah, it was nice and thick too. And so now we are making the brownies. Like I said, brownies, they can be such a struggle to work with. So I wanted to see, I didn't want it to be as fudgy as like the last one I did in some videos ago. So I wanted to see maybe if I added a little bit less oil so I didn't have to add as much like of the coffee to get that liquid back into it, so it wouldn't be like dry. And so I wouldn't have to do too much of that, but I still ended up having to do that. But like I was being really skeptical about it, and I didn't like add as much as I should have. it came out good, but like it was more like it could have been a little bit more, I guess, moist. It could have been more fudgier, I guess, but maybe it's because I baked it with two 6 inches instead of my typical like 8 inch. So I maybe baked it a little bit too much. But yeah, as you can see, it was kind of the same, actually thicker than the blondies that I did before. And yeah, but I still like added some more coffee to get it to be loose, but it wasn't like as loose. And when making this, it does kind of like thicken up as it like sits out. So that's why I try to add a like the correct amount that I want. And I had a half of Oreos and I was going to cut the other half to like add some caramel, keep some plain, and maybe have a ganache on top. So right now I'm cutting the blondies. I did add a little bit of sea salt on top because that just boosts the flavor. So now here are the brownies. So they were kind of like more thin because I did do it in like the 6 inches and I did have to split it between two pans, but it still worked out fine. I decided not to do like any like caramel on top or like the chocolate ganache, so it was just gonna be Oreos and then like no Oreos. And then I did add salt on there later. And that's what it looked like. It was still like chewy and nice, but yeah. So this is a Reese's M&M, but a mini one, and that's what it looked like, the brownies. And then this is all of them together. I think they turned out really good. I did have some leftover sugar cookies that I had frozen, so I just let those thaw out, and they're still good and soft, thankfully. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. If you have any questions, tips, or things you want me to bake in the future, feel free to comment down below, and have a blessed week. Bye.